special leadership segment here inside of the Dolphin Dive. I'm here with Dr. LeMura, the president of Moyne College, and always happy to have a friend here on the show. So Linda, how are you?
I'm well, good to see you. Happy New Year, my friend.
Happy New Year to you as well.
Thank you.
It's been a process. It's been a long, arduous process, but like you said in the introduction, you feel like you found your guy.
We do. We took our time. We refused to be rushed. We were very thorough in the process, and we combed the country for the right person at the right time. We believe we found that person who filled it.
And when you went through this process, like you said, you took your time, you didn't rush at it like we see in today's collegiate climate.
Exactly.
How many did you speak with? I mean, when you look back on it, when you look at this process, was there a giant pool? Did you try to narrow it down and then take your time? Once you narrowed it down, bring it to that?
We had a pool of somewhere between 50 and 60 applicants. We whittled it down to 10, and then from that, whittled it down to 5. And then we got really serious with the top 3. And each candidate brought his or her experiences, strengths, of course weaknesses, and we concluded that Phil had the full complement of attributes that we wanted for our next leader of athletics.
And when you look at he had that full package, what are those pieces that really just stuck out to you? Like when you said when you went from 50 to 60, down to 10, down to 5, down to 3, what made him continue to meet the expectations? What are those things that he has?
Well, in part it was his tenacity and persistence and perseverance within his search of constantly studying and learning more about the institution. He was so profoundly prepared, which is always a really nice sign. He did, in fact, read our strategic plan, which is a little bit unusual sometimes. He combed our website. He talked with people from the region. He had a real affinity for this place and its people, but first and foremost, Dan, he has an affinity for our mission. That's something that we won't compromise. He fit the bill.
In his introductory press conference here and before that, when I've spoken with him multiple times, he constantly brings up the word Jesuit. What does that mean to you? Because I know how important it is to be a Jesuit institution. You talk about the family of Jesuit institutions across the country, LeMoyne being the young one on the block. Hearing your new leader of athletics constantly bring up the Jesuit values, just what that means.
It means the world to me and to the institution writ large. It means that he understands we're different and that our values are important to sustain, maintain, and invest in our values in ways that are very tangible, obvious. We want people to know that we're different and why we are. He absolutely fell in love with the LeMoyne way, the character formation program for our student athletes. Not all athletic directors would buy into that kind of a culture, and actually that drew him in. So the fact that he's very, very comfortable in Catholic and Jesuit, and he leads with those values in his own personal as well as professional life, means the world to all of us.
You going through this process with the team that you have, just what you can say to everyone in the background that was a part of this committee to find the right person, because it doesn't just come down to you. There's a team here at LeMoyne. There's a Phins family, as we always talk about.
Oh my goodness, I want to express my deepest gratitude for the time and patience. It's essentially an endurance event. The careful check of references and asking questions and consultations to ensure that we're doing the absolute best job in finding the right person for our student athletes and coaches. We never once shied away from that menu of talents and abilities that we were seeking. They put their head down to the ground and they worked, without exaggeration, for months to get this sorted. So I'm deeply grateful. The entire campus, on behalf of everyone here, thank you for this amazing work.
And before I let you go, as we look to Phil in his future, and now he's officially official.
That's right.
So you're a big time fan. You go out to these games and these matches and these events and these meets, and you support the student athletes, you support the coaches. Just what it means to you to have a leader for them and how that process has been, because obviously they look to you as their president. So going through this with the student athletes and the coaches, do you feel like you can look to the community here with the Phinn family and say, we found someone that I trust our student athletes with, I trust our coaches with?
To that wonderful question, I would just say that the athletic program and all of its constituent groups, especially the students, you are I feel like now I can step away, get back to my day job, so to speak. And I know that Phil will keep me posted and we'll strategize together when it's appropriate. But he is the leader. I can't wait to learn from him and learn with him as we navigate the crazy world of it. So I'm very optimistic about it.
Two final points. I would be remiss if I didn't thank, and I know you did in your address with bringing Phil in, is to thank Mike Lindbergh for stepping in as the interim leader of the athletics department. He had just retired about 5 seconds before. He's going to go on a beach somewhere, and you stopped him. So just what you can say to the fact that an alum of LeMoyne dedicated himself once again to the mission, once again to the vision, and Mike truly embodied once a Dolphin, always a Dolphin.
You said it perfectly. He wanted to get back to his alma mater. He did not hesitate for a second to come and help us during the interim period, and he embraced it in a way that speaks to the service and the values of this institution. He's an amazing role model, and he showed it every day for this whole interim period.
Final point here in two parts. VP of Intercollegiate Athletics and Campus Recreation. It's a long title. It's not simply athletic director. What does that mean and how they're going to work with you? And then secondly, what are you most excited about seeing this behind us and everything that's going to be happening with campus and the events at Rec Center and everything we've already seen?
It's an amazing time to be a part of this institution. So many institutions in higher education are having a hard time. And we're going the other way. We're growing. We're investing in ways that other schools would love to be able to invest. We're hiring incredible people with great talent. It's just an exciting time to grow with us, whether it's in the people, which is first, or in the facilities, the growth there too. Collectively, we have a very positive, upbeat, exciting story to tell, and I can't wait to get out there and see it tell it.
So VP of Intercollegiate Athletics and Campus Rec,
Correct.
what does that mean?
The recreation part means the clubs. We need to expand our club offerings, in part because our students are craving it. And we also don't want to send the signal that these investments that we're making are purely for the student athletes, because nothing would be further from the truth. We have amazing athletes who want to engage on the club level, but they cannot be intercollegiate athletes for whatever reason. So we're trying to address this in a holistic way, and that's what we mean by the recreation.
They're coming from Dr. LeMura, the president of Moyne College, here with the Jesuit way and moving us forward in the LeMoyne way. Linda, as always, thank you for all of your efforts, all of your work, and I hope you get a good night's rest.
Thank you. Happy New Year again.
Happy
Best
New Year.
wishes.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.